1968 Ford Mustang, 12,000 miles, unrestored car. I'm going to go over the interior and show some of the things about originality and condition that I've found over the years. And first thing, we might as well start with the numbers, the important things here, right? So each one of these early Mustangs from 65 through 69 had one of these aluminum tags, 3.5 inch tag, that then in 1970 they started using a different format with a sticker. But what this gives us is VIN number 8 for model year, R for San Jose, 01 is a coupe, C is the drivetrain, 289 two-barrel, and then the serial number 167827. If it was a Mustang, it starts with the number 1. If it's a Cougar, it starts with the number 5. And the only reason I mention that is the Mustangs and the Cougars were made on the same assembly line. So the other part of it, 65A, again the body, I is the color, lime gold. 2G is ivy gold for the interior. 01U, that's actually the scheduled build date, which is not the actual build date, but the scheduled build date on this was July 1st, and it was actually built June 18th, so earlier than scheduled, not a big deal. 72 is the DSO, that's the District Sales Office, San Jose, and that was, there were sales offices all over the US, so when the dealer was going to order, they would contact their district sales office. They wouldn't contact anybody at Ford headquarters, and those sales offices then turned that in to orders for the assembly. 2 is the axle ratio, which is a 279 rear end, and then the last thing here is a W for a C4 automatic. So that kind of explains that. And the only other thing that's interesting I wanted to point out, this is kind of an interesting piece of history for this car, is the oil change sticker. So this is in Menlo Park. It's dated December 1st, 1987, 9,421 miles. So almost 20 years old at that point. It only has 9,400 miles. And so the history of this car, this gas station, which is still in existence today, believe it or not, this Shell gas station is still a Shell gas station at exactly the same address, was 1 mile from the house. The owners bought the car, which was 4 miles. They were 4 miles from the dealership, and the dealership was about 17 miles from the factory. So I always thought that was kind of, I mean, for a low mileage car, it literally never really went very far from the factory to where it is today. So we'll go over the rest of some of the things here. This is always kind of cool to see this, the yellow glue that you have coming through here. When we're restoring cars or judging them, we always want to see a little bit of it, because this is exactly the way the factory process was. You'll see some of that, and you could see a lot more of it over here in the door jamb area. Kind of sloppy. Right? Today's standards, you wouldn't want to see that. Door panels look great. Little bit of scuffing right here, probably from just years of driving and maybe leaning in that area. And same thing a little bit from getting in and out of the car there. But otherwise, great condition. Door handles themselves, the originals, this is a great door handle. Looks nice, chrome's perfect. The reproductions, they're not clocked correctly, so you'll have it either going this way or this way. So you have to have originals to kind of have that. At least they don't have anything available today. The window crank handles. See, Ford actually had a spec for the window crank handles. They're supposed to be pointed upwards. So in this case, it'd be at the 11 o'clock position. This case here would be at the 1 o'clock position, and these are, I say, a factory anomaly, because they're both the same, but this one's pointed down, and so is that one in the same exact position. But ideally, there is assembly drawings that show that spec, and you know, they didn't just want to have the handles going any which way. Interior seats look really nice. This has always been an interesting little detail when you raise the seat. You can see on both sides screws with the red on them. Steering wheel, excellent condition, no issues. And a couple things with the steering wheel. I mean, there is a little bit right here. But the reproductions, these are chromed. They were never chromed. They have this kind of satin, almost argent color to them. And then the black inserts, they're different, especially on the smaller one. The horn ring is a satin finish. The reproductions are chrome. That's really nice. And then these are all original. These lenses, everything here is original. You can see the mileage. Reproductions don't have this, I almost see like a machined look to that. You see, if you look at it there, you can see it a little bit better there. And then the reproductions are just a smooth gray without that texture to them. So that's an easy way to spot original versus reproduction. Dash pad, perfect, no issues. I mean, it's really, really nice. Let's look down here. So it had floor mats in it, and that's the reason this carpet looks this way. And the floor mats that I have, they'll come with the car. So the next owner, you know, I think put them in there or put them in the trunk, whatever you want to do. Seat tracks. Let's see, we got a little bit of sun. There we go. These are the way these are done originally. See, the base plate has a kind of a phosphate and oil finish, and so does the stud, but the track is black, and most times people just paint it black. But the originals, that's the way they looked. So it's a nice detail to always see that. And we'll go check out the passenger side. Okay, moving on to the passenger side. The door, I got two anomalies here, which are kind of interesting. One, some kind of a glue or something right there, a little spot. And this, I just believe, is some kind of a paint run from the factory on there. Fit and finish on the door is the way you would expect. Closes easy, and you can see the gap all the way around is consistent. No binding. Glove box. You can see the glove box door. It doesn't exactly fit perfectly, but I never wanted to change that. Again, it's slightly off, but I would kind of expect that in some way. Inside the glove box, we have our sticker, our tire pressure sticker. This little piece of plastic here comes from the kick panel. This piece right here broke off a couple years ago. I've never fixed it. I have another piece that'll go with the car, an original kick panel if somebody wants to paint it to match, or maybe put that back in there. But I haven't messed with that. I've just left it. The radio delete. There's our radio delete. You know, that's not something you see anymore, but they didn't order a radio, so they got a panel put in there. That's the delete panel. You can see the pedals in the background, the original shifter. Again, you can see the condition of the carpet. The heater box, turn that light off. You can see the condition of that. I mean, it's phenomenal. You can see all the vacuum hoses, original coloring on there. It has a San Jose firewall pad that's amazing looking. I mean, as nice as I've seen. The fuse box also has partial rotation number on it as well, which has been documented on other cars. Right here we go into the sill plate, which I believe the sill plates on both sides are original. Paint is a little bit thin. You can see right there, and especially thin here in the door jamb. You can see the red oxide. See that? You can see it coming through from underneath the green paint. So I think this is a little unusual to see it this thin in this area. but that's what that looks like. We have this piece here, windlace, factory windlace, what that look like. A little bit of touch up right here. I think the previous owner put something there. But yeah, that's our passenger side. Oh yeah, these are actually date coded too. Forgot to mention. So this one here you can see 08508. That would be a March 68 date code. The other side is an April date code for the striker. And then these are date coded as well. This is kind of interesting. You can see what that looks like. And then the date code, I believe, is a D in April 68. So yeah, that's the passenger side. Okay, and then the back seat area. So the back seat area, it looks like nobody's ever sat in the back. I mean, it's in perfect condition. The window crank handles is what we expect from the factory assembly manuals. See the way they're positioned like that. This one as well. Package tray area, the material, I can see that. Looks great. Headliner, no issues with the headliner. No rips, no tears, no stains. Beautiful condition. The sun visors. See, these original sun visors, they're really nice the way they're done. The reproductions have a lot of gapping around the edges. This area is cut a little bit differently. The chrome is perfect. Stitching, beautiful. Show the driver's side visor. Get a safety sticker on there. The mirror is really nice. It has a couple spots on it from age. It doesn't really show in the video. Silvering starts having issues over the years, but it's nice. So yeah, that's our 1968 Mustang interior.